Welcome to this week's special presentation, this week titled, Show Me the Money. My name is Todd Shaffer, and I will be your presenter this evening. With the rally looking tired, but our market timing signal still bullish, you might be wondering, what's working now? To answer that question, you first need an understanding of current market conditions. Because the broad market's trend is the single most important factor in our trading success, we want to go with the flow. And so that, of course, is a question of market timing. So we start on the home page and we can see this is Thursday night's close. See, the market was down on the day, but the market timing gauge is pointing straight up in the yellow. Guidance that reads, VectorVest advocates caution when buying stocks at this time. The color guard gauge, predominantly yellow with a little bit of red and green at the same time. So neutral to bullish with all of our market timing signals currently in up status. Our guidance in the strategy gadget at the bottom of our home page says prudent investors may buy stocks long only if the market is rising. Aggressive investors and traders should play the market as it develops. If we continue scrolling lower, we'll also find the best performing strategies in the database on both a 1 and a 5-day basis. Right above our strategy gadget, we then have the best performing stocks from a Midas Touch list. We also have a VST list. Here are our top performing RT industries and our top RT sectors. So lots of information, a lot of trading ideas to be gleaned just from the home page of the program. But for more in-depth understanding of the current trends in the market, we typically go to a market timing graph. When you open the market timing graph, the default layout will be the MTI layout and looking at a 1-year time frame. So of course, every day we run through this in detail with you and analyze the trends of all of these indicators in our daily color guard reports. But I want to modify our graph so that I can make my next point. I'm going to take off our sub-indicators, the MTI, the buy-sell ratio, and the RT, and we're looking solely at price. When we think about trends, we need to think about time frames. From this 1-year time frame, we see that the market is lower, almost flat, but just a little bit lower than it was 1 year ago. So the 1-year trend is actually down. If I shorten our time frame to 6 months, I see prices still lower, so we're down on a 6-month basis. From a 3-month perspective, the market is higher. So the 3-month trend is higher, and the 1-month trend is higher. So to extend the logic, any changes to the long-term trend will first be exhibited by changes to the short-term trend. So the 1 and 3-month trends are up in the context of a downward 6-month trend and a downward 1-year trend. The change in the shorter term trends is evident here as we look at the price action that's been coming up off of our low from back in March. And of course, the strongest scenario would be when each of the periods would be in alignment. But when we ask the question, what's working now in this current market environment, we're recognizing simply by stating the question that the answer to that question is likely different from what was working here, and even more likely to be different from what was working here. Of course, if I can find something that's working well now that was also still working a year ago, that's great. But let's start with this concept to find something that's been working for the last 4 months off of this low that's continuing to perform. VectorVest offers several solutions or approaches to answering this question. We saw some of them right on the home page of the program. Tonight, I want to focus on the Trading System Viewer. So if we go to the Viewers tab, let's click on the Trading System Viewer. The Trading System Viewer is running complete trading systems in real time, so it's always showing which systems are working now. I have it sorted by the 3-month performance of all the trading systems in the tool. And of course, we're always updating and offering new trading systems as the market cycles develop. But right at the top of the list, we see our best performing trading system, S&P 400 Midcap divided by RT, a bottom fishing approach for S&P 400 Midcap stocks. This particular search is the best performer on a 3-month basis and even has a very respectable 1-year percentage. But over the last month, it's actually pulled back 7%. And of course, the same is true for all of the top 5 searches. If I slide to the right, I can see their 1-year graphs, and notice all of them are pulling back at the hard right edge of the graph. It's a nice graph pattern over time, but they're currently starting to run out of gas. Now, I started with this 3-month period because we were looking at a 4-month period off of the market lows. So the first search that I see that has green bars for both the 3 and the 1-month periods is Show Me the Money Long. It's done very well over all 3 time periods. Looking at the equity curve of the portfolio over the past year, it's continuing to move higher on the hard right edge. So this is a good candidate for me. But looking at the 12% performance over 1 month, I notice that there are other candidates who have better numbers. So let's sort the table by the 1-month performance. The trading system with the best 1-month performance is VST Rockets, up 13%, slightly better than Show Me the Money Long. But the tables turn when we get back to the 3-month window. Show Me the Money Long has been doing much better over the longer term. If I continue scrolling to the right, then I notice Show Me the Money Long also has a 1-year drawdown of 11.6%, which is right in keeping with the 12.3% that we had for VST Rockets. So these are performing pretty closely. But I'm inclined to give the nod to Show Me the Money Long because of the better longer-term performance. So let's learn more about this trading system. If I click Trading System Details with Show Me the Money Long highlighted, I can see that this search finds optionable stocks sorted to bring the highest VST stocks at the lowest price to the top of the list. By the way, the T15 suffix indicates that there's a trailing 15% stop loss on the trading system, a naming convention we try to support. As I scroll down, it's categorized as an aggressive trading system, and more on that in a moment. Let's take a look at its performance. There's our equity curve over the past year. As we scroll down, we see the trading system performance over the past 3-year window. We don't have yet 3 years of data. And we can see the current holdings in the portfolio. Looks like we have 5 winners, 5 losers on a 10-stock portfolio. Although I notice, and this might go toward our aggressive designation here, all the stocks are priced less than $5. If we scroll back to the top of the page, I can see the trading system rules by clicking on that link. Here we see the trading system is using the green light buyer market timing signal. When we get an up signal, we're going to buy stocks from the Show Me the Money Long search and apply a 15% trailing stop. It's a 10-stock portfolio, automatically replacing positions. The rest of our settings look like our defaults. For the rules down, we'll go to cash when we get the down signal in the green light buyer timing signal, which corresponds with our confirmed down call. So now I have an understanding of how the trading system works. And of course, that needs to be in keeping with my temperament, my objectives, and my tolerance for risk. But assuming all of those are in keeping, the next step in my process, let's make sure we understand what Show Me the Money Long, the search, does when looking for stocks. So let's go to the Unisearch tool. Sorting alphabetically, I'll jump down to the S's. And here's show me the money long. Here we see in the search parameters what we call making these searches Derby ready. I'm looking for only optionable stocks, and I'm looking for non-sell rated stocks. Otherwise, a fairly universal filtering set. But here's the power of the search. The sort is RT times VST, so combining price trend with VST analysis, divided by actual price. So since this is division, right, what's on the left is high and what's on the right is low. So stocks with good fundamentals that are in strong uptrends at low prices. When you run the search, these are the kinds of stocks that are returned. And we can see broadly that yes, we're getting low dollar issues. We're also getting stocks that broadly have good upside potential, but fairly low safety. So you could expect a little more volatility out of these kinds of stocks. And that high RV, low RS combination is an aggressive combination. So now that we know how the trading system operates and what kinds of stocks it's trading, you can, of course, start implementing this trading system at any time you like. To do that, I can jump back to the trading system viewer and click the Paper Trade and Portfolios button to load this trading system into the Portfolio Genius. Or if I have a RoboTrader account, I can activate trading with a RoboTrader account. Let's go to the Portfolio Manager, and I can either start a fresh portfolio or pick up the current portfolio from its current condition. I can also, if I want to do a little bit more study, go to the Backtester tool and create a backtest to further analyze or maybe even optimize the performance of this particular trading system. So let's name our backtest, and I'm going to select an existing trading system. Let's sort by 1 month to make it easy to find, and there's show me the money long. I'll click it, and I'll select it. It has imported all of the settings from the system. It's charging me commission, so maybe I want to change that if I'm not paying any commissions. And let's click Finish and Run, and I'll conduct a backtest of this trading system over the past 1 year. And you can see we have the same equity curve shape that we saw in the detail screen for the trading system viewer. But now I can strike copies of this backtest and modify things like the stop criteria to see if I can get a better result over the same time frame. Because of course this trading system was developed some time ago. But not to worry, it is still working very effectively. Now, just for comparison, I also ran a back test of one of the strategies that had been running out of steam. So we see on the hard right edge of our equity curve here, we're still building momentum in this portfolio. Begin with the performance we see on a total gain basis, running neck and neck. But this horse is running out of gas. We see on the equity curve as it's pulling back, it also has exhibited much deeper drawdown. The equity curve peaked here at the beginning of June and has been pulling back ever since. So for me, show me the money long wins this contest because it's what's working now and has been for some time. That concludes our special presentation. Thank you for being with me. Have a great evening.
Yeah.